So I got a new tool. It's pretty large, it's quite an investment, but for the projects I have in mind, it is worth the investment I'm going to make. It's going to probably save me more money in the long run than I spent on it. And I'm pretty excited about it. I should have had this camera running while I assembled it all, but I just, between the rain being hard to film and me being very excited and then just wanting to focus on getting it done right, you get to see it now that I'm all done. So here it is. I got the Woodland Mills HM 122. So I just finished tightening down all the bolts, getting it all in position, and I still have to add oil, add fuel, get everything like fine-tuned, adjusted, and make sure it's all running right before I can even stick a log up there. But I'm really excited, so I had to grab my camera, let you know. And at this point I just want to express, like, I'm very pleased at how robust everything is. It seems like it was built tough, even though it's at the lower price range, beginner model, you know, and very, you know, one of the cheaper ones out there that is supposed to represent quality, but entry-level price, you know. And I think it exceeded my expectations so far. So I'm going to set this camera down, get it all ready to go, and see if I can get some wood on it. Alright, I kind of had to button things up for the night because, well, for the afternoon and the night, and we had about 2 inches of rain since I was last talking to you in the last 24 hours. So things are kind of puddled up. It's a super muddy mess, and I'm a little bit worried about getting a log on there for 2 reasons. 1, my tractor might sink into the ground, and 2, it might sink into the mud because things are pretty soft. But I just can't help it. I really want to see if it cuts and how it cuts. So we've got a couple old power poles that the power company dropped off for us on their way through, and I'm going to cut one of those, maybe 10 feet long. That should be pretty light at the top end, and we'll give that a try. Right, start out with old hardwood. I'm pretty sure I checked it over, there won't be any nails in it, but you know, I have a higher risk on a power pole, so I'm gonna get the cover off of this and let's cut some wood, huh? So I got it on there during a bout of rain, so I didn't record it. I'm finding out that it's fairly easy to move the wood around when it's as light as this cedar. It's really light. I'm interested to see what's inside of this. The outside is very worn and weathered, but when I cut into it to cut this log, it looks like really good wood in there. This will be a fun experiment. Cedar is pretty soft, pretty light, Even though it's dry, I'm expecting it to cut fairly well. We'll see what happens. This will be my very first cut, so I might need to stop and make some adjustments, but we'll take you along with me. Alright, so I've made a few passes. It seems to be cutting beautifully. This is really fun. I think I've got a fun new hobby. I'm really going to enjoy this. So I'm down to my last cut, second to last cut, and the wood's getting fairly wide. We're about 12 inches space. And when it hits knots, it kind of powers down. I think it's an adjustment issue. I'll show you where I'm at. So far, still loving the mill. It's kind of cool. found the problem. The water drip had wiggled it in a way that it stopped dripping on the blade. And once I fixed that, it was working like I expected. So that was a simple adjustment too. Look, this is teaching me really fast. It's very self-explanatory. Just a little bit of trial and error and figuring it out pretty quick.
So post-edit, I realize I want to add a few things. First of all, like a couple days after I filmed all of this, I went back, took things apart, readjusted things, and I found out that belt tension was an issue, and my throttle position, I tightened up the throttle a little bit so that the engine would throttle up more, and it made all the difference. I wish I'd gotten some footage of that, but I know that in the future you'll see a little more from my sawmill. Really, this thing, it works so well. I am so excited about how I might be able to use this for building some of the structures around that I want to add to the homestead. This Woodland Mills saw is actually really good. I was worried about it being a little undersized, and really there will be some trees on our place that I won't be able to cut, but honestly that's going to be fine. I didn't buy this to make a business out of cutting wood. Maybe I can supplement a few things, make a little bit of money, but really I did it so that I can save money on wood that I might be cutting for building things, and this should cut anything that I need for building things. A few features on this that's nice. This is the new model, the new edition that they've just come out with, and I really like the metal tank on there with the auto, do they call it a lubrication system? It's got an auto drip on there that starts to drip every time you grab the throttle. That's super nice. It also has this auto tension now. I don't need to tension it with any differently than just tensioning down that side adjustment lever, and it's super nice. The whole thing came together relatively well. The instructions were very straightforward, and it's very nice. I'd like to mention, I'm sure you've all noticed that I'm not releasing videos very regularly. I plan to continue, and like I've said recently, I don't know exactly the timeline that I'll be releasing these. Hopefully it's more frequently, especially through the summer. But I'm really happy to continue to release them as I can, because I feel like I'm contributing some good, some happy vibes out there in the world today. So thanks for sticking with me, thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from all of you. I hope you're all well. I think of you all often. Until next time, thank you for taking this journey with me on Simple Ground.
I've just finished putting all the bolts in, tightening things down. Chicken over there. Silly chicken. Hey, get out of there, chicken. Hey, get out of there, chicken. There you go.